Mang Tonyo was a shoemaker. He was a kind man. He lived in a small, peaceful town. His little shop stood on a quiet street corner. It had been there for many, many years. The smell of leather, polish, and strong glue always filled the air. This smell was familiar to everyone. It was a scent of hard work. It was a scent of dedication. He was truly a part of the town's soul. His days began very early. The sun would just be waking up. Mang Tonyo would already be in his shop. He would sip his hot coffee slowly. Then he would arrange his tools with great care. Hammers, needles, threads, and knives. Each tool had its place. He treated them like old friends. His routine was simple, yet it was filled with purpose and quiet dignity. He loved his work deeply. Mang Tonyo's life was very humble. He did not have much money. His small house was just behind his shop. His meals were simple, rice, vegetables, and sometimes a little fish. But he was always content. He never asked for more than what he had. He found joy in simple things, a job done well, a customer's happy smile. His spirit was rich, even if his pockets were not. The people in the town loved Mang Tonyo. They respected him very much. He was more than just a man who fixed shoes. He was a listener. He was a friend. Many would stop by his shop. Not always for shoes, but sometimes just to talk. They shared their stories, their joys, their worries. Mang Tonyo would listen patiently. He offered quiet wisdom. He was a comfort to many souls. One sunny afternoon, a small boy came to his shop. His name was Miguel. He looked no older than 7 or 8 years. He was a poor boy. You could see it in his clothes. You could see it in his eyes. He walked with his head down. He was clutching something tightly in his small hands. He looked very worried. His heart was beating fast. He needed help. Miguel's shoes were in a terrible state. They were his only pair. He wore them to school every single day. The soles were flapping. The sides were torn. His small toes peeked out from a hole. Walking was difficult for him. He often stumbled. He felt ashamed of his broken shoes, but he loved going to school. He dreamed of a better future. Those tattered shoes carried big dreams. He stood nervously at the door of Mang Tonyo's shop. He held a few small coins in his sweaty palm. This was all the money he had in the world. He had saved it for days. Would it be enough? Could Mang Tonyo fix his shoes? The sound of hammering from inside was a little scary, but he gathered all his courage. He took a small step inside. "Mang Tonyo?" he whispered. Mang Tonyo looked up from his work. He saw the little boy. He saw the dreadful condition of the shoes. He saw the fear and the hope in Miguel's eyes. The boy held out his shoes. "Sir, can you please fix these?" he asked. His voice trembled a little. "This is all I have," he added, showing the few coins. Mang Tonyo looked at the shoes. Then he looked at the boy. His heart felt a pang. Mang Tonyo gently took the tattered shoes from Miguel. He examined them carefully. They were indeed badly damaged. It would take a lot of work to repair them, more work than the few coins could ever pay for. Another shoemaker might have said no. Another might have told the boy to buy new ones. But Mang Tonyo was different. He saw the boy's urgent need. He saw his earnest plea. He smiled kindly at Miguel. "Don't worry, Hito," he said softly. "I will fix them for you." He accepted the few coins the boy offered, not because it was enough, but because he wanted the boy to feel he had contributed. "Come back tomorrow afternoon," Mang Tonyo told him. Miguel's eyes widened. A small smile appeared on his face. "Thank you, Po," he said, his voice full of relief. Hope was restored. That night, Mang Tonyo worked late. The oil lamp cast a warm glow in his small shop. He carefully chose the best pieces of scrap leather. He stitched the torn parts with strong thread. He replaced the worn-out soles. He hammered and shaped. He polished the shoes until they shone. He put his heart into the work. It was not just a job for him. It was an act of pure kindness. The next day, Miguel returned. He was both excited and anxious. Mang Tonyo showed him the shoes. Miguel gasped. He could not believe his eyes. The shoes looked almost new. They were strong. They were clean. They were beautiful. He touched them gently, as if they were a treasure. Tears of joy welled up in his eyes. "They are wonderful, Mang Tonyo," he exclaimed. His happiness was radiant. Mang Tonyo simply smiled. That smile was his real payment. Many years passed. Mang Tonyo grew older, his hands became more wrinkled, his eyesight was not as sharp. But his heart remained as kind as ever. He continued his work in his small shop, fixing shoes, mending soles, and sometimes mending spirits too. He helped many people. He might not remember every face, he might not recall every pair of shoes, but his kindness continued to echo in the town. One day, a smart-looking car stopped in front of his old shop. A well-dressed man stepped out. He looked around, a nostalgic expression on his face. He was looking for someone. He was looking for Mang Tonyo. This man was Miguel. The little boy with the torn shoes had grown up. He had studied hard. He had become a successful architect. But he never forgot the shoemaker's kindness. Miguel entered the shop. Mang Tonyo looked up, a bit surprised. "Mang Tonyo?" Miguel asked. The old shoemaker squinted, trying to recognize him. "It's me, Miguel, the boy whose shoes you fixed many years ago." Mang Tonyo's eyes slowly lit up with understanding. A warm smile spread across his face. Tears welled up in both their eyes. Miguel embraced the old man. "Your kindness, Mang Tonyo," Miguel said, his voice thick with emotion. "It helped me walk towards my dreams. I never forgot." And so we see, a small act of kindness can travel a long way. It can change a life. It can inspire. Mang Tonyo's simple gesture of fixing a poor boy's shoes did not make him rich, but it created a wealth of gratitude. It showed that compassion matters more than money. Good deeds have a way of returning, often in the most beautiful ways. The bottom line? Kindness, no matter how small it seems, always, always matters. It is a light that continues to shine.